And our flag has changed a lot in 240 years, but how much do you know about the Stars and Stripes? We have a dozen antique flags and the stories behind them on our plaza coming up next. Look at this.
Liberty started shaking her fist and an eagle will fly, and it's gonna be here when you hear Mother Freedom.
Tell the story really how it's unfolding. All right, Clayton and Peter, over to you.
All right, thank you, Anna. Well, the American flag is a big part of our nation's history, of course, and the Stars and Stripes has undergone many changes over the past 240 years, and there are many different variations of the flag used for different occasions, like presidential campaigns.
And so here to help us unfurl a part of America's history is the country's largest dealer of American flags, Jeff Bridgman. Good morning,
Jeff.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
You brought us some beautiful artifacts this morning.
Yes.
Let's hear about some of them. What's this one?
Sure. Well, many people thought that it was Betsy Ross, right, that designed the first flag. That's what we were taught in school, but really it was another man named Francis Hopkinson, and we really don't know what the first flag looked like. It didn't have a circle of stars like the Betsy Ross pattern flag we're all familiar with. In fact, there was no official star pattern for the American flag until 1912.
So how old is this flag?
This flag is from the Civil War. So we've made 13 star flags throughout our history for all manner of purposes, patriotic and some of them utilitarian. The Navy flew 13 star flags on small boats because you could better discern the stars at a distance on a small flag.
You got into this as a child. You were fascinated by this, and you just started collecting them?
Well, not the flag specifically, but I was a collector of things since I was, 5 years old, probably.
So a lot of them, of course, you've collected over the years. Let's walk backwards here.
Yeah, sure.
And take a look at, what about this one here?
This is another Civil War example, and the stars you can see here are arranged in form of a big star, a six-pointed star. And this is, if you look in the back of the $1 bill, you will see that this formation is above the eagle on the Great Seal of the United States.
These two,
very rare one.
These first two still look somewhat similar. This one completely different, though.
Yes.
How old is this?
This is a Civil War flag, probably made by Tiffany here in New York City.
Wow.
Many people don't know that Tiffany was a stationery company, and
Tiffany,
then they made
the jeweler now.
Yeah, right. Before they did jewelry, before they did silver, they made all sorts of goods, and they made the best embroidered silk American flags money could buy.
Jeff, these next ones, the cluster behind you, it looks like, you know, names are printed on there for campaign purposes. That's something that has been outlawed. When did that happen?
1905. You could advertise legally on the flag until 1905. So flag makers, really more than the parties, designed these types of flags, and it began in 1840 with the campaign of William Henry Harrison. But this one that I brought along is John Fremont, 1856. He was the first Republican running on the anti-slavery ticket. And
I want to go down here because I'm fascinated by some of the Theodore Roosevelt stuff. If we head down to...
Oh, certainly.
Because we have some Lincoln ones here as well, but we also have... What is this one here?
Well, after 1905, really in the 1890s, printing on the flag itself fell out of favor. So this was an alternative. This is a parade flag made for Teddy Roosevelt in 1912 when he ran on his own ticket. Right? Yeah.
When we see something like this, how much is it worth if a collector was going to go and buy it at an auction?
Well, this particular one is $12,500. Yeah, a rare one.
When you look at the stuff that's being sold at like a Trump or a Sanders rally now, do you see anything where you think that's going to be worth some money someday?
Like a mug?
Good question.
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes. And it's mainly, you know, there were actually some Obama flags made with his face on them, which weren't sanctioned by the party, but unique things like that where they're doing something they don't do today. Those are probably the best things.
We got to go, but what is the most expensive flag out here?
The most expensive flag here is the Tiffany flag. It's $350,000.
Whoa! Right?
It's a good thing we've got police officers and our army.
Let's have some breakfast by those. Eat a donut or something.
Jeff Bridgman, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
All right, coming up, it was used after the Brussels terror attack.